False summit. And another false summit. Jeez. Another false summit. Where's the peak? The hike starts at this parking area known as Red Box. Yeah, there's a box painted red somewhere here. Go through the parking lot, headed northeast, carefully cross the highway, and you'll find the trailhead on your right. For most of the hike, the route is easy to moderate. It winds above the Angeles Crest Highway with a little shade in places, but not much. As compensation, the views are nearly non-stop. Along the way, that includes Mount Disappointment and San Gabriel Peak to the south. And the vistas will only get better as we ascend. A slightly more depressing view are the leftovers from the 2009 station fire. About 251 square miles were incinerated. What's frightening is that was nearly 25% of the Angeles National Forest. The trail hits this saddle. Go to the right for a few feet and then continue left. We are now traversing Mount Lawler's slopes. And it's an easy stroll. So if you're enjoying this video, be sure to hit that like button. You know, it tickles the algorithms just right and sends this video off to YouTube land for other people to see. And that helps me as well. So thank you. At the risk of sounding a little elitist, for much of the hike you will be within earshot of the highway with its noisy assortment of motorcycles and sports cars. So, wilderness quiet comes in spurts. Depending on the season, you're bound to come across one of these beauties spread along the hillside. It's a yucca, and the 50 different species are in the southwest, Mexico, and all the way down to Guatemala. What's fascinating about yucca is they're dependent on the yucca moth for pollination. The accommodating moth spreads the pollen of one yucca to another and then lays its eggs in the flowers. The larvae hatch there and eat the yucca seeds, but somehow know not to munch everything. The leftover seeds go on to make more yuccas. Different parts of the yucca are edible, but also American natives pounded the roots, dropped that in cold water to create suds, and from that had a shampoo. And that is also the same ingredient in some root beer. It gives the drink its white, foamy head. After 2.5 miles, the easy hiking comes to an abrupt end at this unmarked junction. Nope, we don't take the easy right-hand trail, but start up the ridge to the left. I'm not going to sugarcoat this. It can be a bit of a grind as the path goes up and then down several knobs. steep path includes a short scramble or tube, or 3. Well, actually, lots of them. Be prepared to use your hands in some cases. Now, if you're used to mountaineering routes, this is no big deal. For everyone else, just take your time and watch your step. Now, even though some kind person has snipped the sharp points off the yuccas along the trail, well, be careful anyway. After about 3/4 of a mile of this, and knocking off several false summits, you'll hit the peak. So, depending on your source material, we top out at 6,164 feet, all the way up to 6167. Probably doesn't matter. More to the point, we're on the highest summit in the Front Range of the San Gabriel Mountains. San Gabriel Peak is 3 feet lower, and it's over there someplace. As for the views, it seems as if the entire mountain range is in our sights. There's Josephine Peak to the northwest and about 500 feet lower. Farther out, we have Mount Lukens, always identifiable by all the radio equipment on top. That's about 1,000 feet lower. In the opposite direction, see if you can spot Mount Baldy. It may not look like it from here, but that's 4,000 feet higher. Now I ask you, doesn't all this vista goodness make the climb worth every sweaty step?